please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't know what happened to this chair. Over. Take my jacket. Okay, so the first item of business is I'd like to make a motion to seal the minutes from our just prior.
So move, are you making the motion, or are you looking for a motion?
I'll make the motion, yeah. That
I'll
we want to
second.
seal the minutes from our previous session, a non-public session.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, so we have two sets of minutes, and we were all present for both, so looking for the non-public minutes approval. Oh, I gave it to her, we still have it, I just signed it. They're not in here, are they? Okay,
Fine.
yeah,
I read them anyway, yeah.
you wanna read them?
No, I'm all set.
Okay.
I read them when.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to accept the non-public minutes from our previous meeting on January 12th, 2021.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, non-public, you've already got that, so you're good. Now we're talking public minutes from the same day, January 12th.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the public meeting of January 12th.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, minutes are all approved, love. Okay, Mr. Pelton, you're up.
Okay, so first we have, we'll talk about our COVID situation, which has been going really pretty good. We did have a little infection going on here. We had 3 employees out at one time this month. 2 were just because they had undetected exposures, they didn't contract it.
They had close contact.
Exactly. And then we had one officer who was out for undetected exposure, did develop COVID, and has been out for an additional 10 days after since when he was diagnosed. He should be returning this week.
Yep.
Friday. Friday, I think, so he'll be back Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be by that. For the town, they're down to 18 active cases, which is really pretty good. There was a big spike in the holidays, that seems to has now.
What was it around Christmas time? You were like 40, was it, or 30?
Yeah, we had quite a few, yeah, over 40s, but counting, so the state gives you a different count. The state gives you a count to the police department of anyone who's had in the last 21 days, so if you dispatch that address, you have an idea. That at one point was at 77.
Okay.
It was down to 60, I think, yesterday, and I think it's down in the 50s today.
Good.
So that's pretty good, it's really been pretty good,
Good, that's good to hear.
pretty good stuff.
Going in the right direction.
Yeah, going in the right direction. We were also, came up again at the selectmen's meeting last night. We were contacted by DHHS and asked to supply officers to the vaccine sites in the area here. And they authorized to sign an agreement with the state to do that. And we're working out the paperwork and stuff that should be happening at some point. Don't know if they'll even need some non-medical. We do have some medical people who work for us. Some of the officers are paramedics, and they could go there and give vaccines. But they also take non-medical people to help with the check-ins and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Who's paying that? Right.
That's paid for by the state through FEMA. FEMA reimburses the
Yep.
states. But there's a whole bunch of, that's what we're doing now, the paperwork stuff to make sure it all is repaid back.
Yep.
And then the state will send the money directly to the towns. So that's kind of how they're working.
Yep.
So that looks pretty good. The fire department is also gonna fill up the stuff and see if some guys wanna help out.
Yep.
Over the month, we had some roof issue, which you guys can see right here. We had a leak in one of the water lines that's up there. It was repaired, and again, we talked to the selectmen last night, and they were generous enough to help us pay for that. It was an unanticipated, accident that occurred. And so that's already been repaired. Just gotta fix the ceiling tiles with the
Yep.
all repaired now.
Yeah, normally you'd split that with the fire department.
Exactly right, but it
But
was
they
unanticipated.
considered it their responsibility as opposed to a
Yep.
repair, so that was good.
We've created a building fund that's working.
Separate, yeah, they have like a separate emergency repair fund now for the buildings, which is a
Okay.
great idea, and that's where they took money on.
Yep.
So that worked out pretty good. Normally in February, we have our awards night. We've had 2 of them for, it's be the annual thing. We're gonna move it to April.
Okay.
Reason being, we could have it outside, we think, is what we're anticipating, so we bumped it off a little bit. and we'll be doing a joint one, we think, this year with the fire department, so they can give
Oh, that would be good.
Oh, that'd be
their
good.
fire personnel at the same time.
Yeah,
So, we're working on that, we'll see what happens with that, so. I'll get into the 2020 budget when we get down to old business, I guess, and so that's about it for me. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet, triple vote some crime stuff, but it's been pretty, guys are doing a great job, it's been pretty good.
any questions for the chief?
And where are you for shots?
We have anyone who wanted a vaccine has either had their second one or is getting their second one in the next week. I think we're down to 3 or 4 people that need the second one. You sign up on your own, so you just kind of word of
Yeah,
mouth it, you know,
yeah.
so I think we're down to like 3 or 4 people who still need their
And
second.
did staff get them too? or-
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
I mean, was it offered to staff? too?
yep,
Yeah.
so the good news is, we were
Was
hoping
it
by
offered to
March,
commissioners?
you know, we'll be in a really good position where we won't have unprotected exposures anymore.
Yeah.
Once you have the second vaccine and you go by 14 days, you don't have to go home if you have an exposure unless you get symptoms. So that's a big
That's good,
advantage to
yeah.
towns, you know,
Yeah,
so by March, we should be in pretty, really good shape.
good, terrific. Any other questions? Okay, that brings us to you, Chip.
Okay, for January, we had 6 motor vehicle related arrests, from DWI to op after suspension. We had a total of 276 stops, the vast majority of which were for speed infractions. Officer Hanson's out there killing it. As far as reports and things like that, we had 23 total reports for the month of January. Everything from forgeries and thefts. I would anticipate with tax season coming up, we're gonna get a little spike in the scams that people either get taken for or they report to us. There's something gonna be going out in the crier to make people aware that, you know, the police department is not gonna come arrest you for outstanding taxes, and we're not gonna suspend your social security benefits.
Correct.
That's one of the more common ones. Other than that, like the chief said, the guys are doing a fantastic job. Couple things of note, we talked about this a little bit last time. The gentleman that fell through the ice, he sent a nice letter
Oh, yes.
to both the police
Oh,
and
yes,
fire.
I would have a copy, these guys would.
He didn't
Oh,
fall
yeah.
through the edge, did he tip over in his canoe?
No,
Fell through on skiing.
yeah, he was cross-country skiing.
this
and-
oh,
you're thinking of the one during the summertime.
okay, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this gentleman was out cross-country skiing and just plunked right through the ice, and passerby saw what happened and went out to the ice and grabbed him out, which was fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, right place, right time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very lucky.
I was very, very lucky.
On
Yeah.
one of the trails, like on one of the?
No, right out at Severance Beach.
Oh, wow, he's lucky he was there.
Yep.
His temperature's down to 86.
Yeah, yeah, his body
Oh,
clock, yeah.
And he's had some heart issues, and they said, doctors told me he's fortunate he didn't have the big one right there.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
He's got stints, all that.
Yeah.
So, January 21, Sergeant Cashman and Athos went out to Candia. They had a guy that broke into a house, and Sergeant Cashman and his K-9 tracked the guy for hours. Finally, thanks to their efforts, they brought in a second dog because our dog was exhausted, and within minutes of ending the track, the state police and Candia were able to capture the guy. That was really good.
Dog got hurt too, didn't he?
Just exhausted. He was a little.
I'm talking with Cass.
Yeah,
and
he was a
said
little-
He wasn't sure, that's all
Yeah,
it was?
I think he's fine now. He was just,
Okay.
he's showing the effects of his age, you know, I mean,
Okay. Well, that's good.
that'd be like sending the chief out for a track, you know, it's just gonna.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of a, I don't wanna call it a pursuit, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
Guy failed to stop and ended up getting, a bunch of, drugs off the guy. He was under suspension, so just generally, not somebody you want on the roadways. But that's about it, just, guys are doing good work, and they're, pretty cognizant of, you know, how important their jobs are, and they take it very seriously, and they do a good job.
Boy, those DUI arrests are down, huh? Only one in the holiday season.
Well, people aren't traveling as much, you know,
True.
people got a little lax with the pandemic, but they're really not traveling as much as they had been. So I would anticipate that once more people get vaccinated, they're gonna get back into the groove of things and start traveling and doing things and,
Yeah. All right.
doing what we're used to doing.
Any other questions for the lieutenant before we move on? Okay. I see Steve here from the Neighborhood Watch. How are you, Steve?
Great, how you doing?
And also Patrick from the Neighborhood Watch. Great, a lot of good publicity in the Crier this last issue.
Yeah,
There was a couple articles in there and very nice.
yep, things are picking up. We got some new group leaders, and we had a meeting, was it about a week or two ago, and those group leaders kind of having a Zoom session, kind of talking about, how we're gonna kind of organize things in different areas and different groups. And we've got people that are going to, start to get assigned to do certain things for the group. And,
Good.
we're gonna have another, I guess we're gonna have another meeting, when is it?
February 23rd.
February 23rd, yeah, so we're gonna get together, we at, Tavern,
Auburn Tavern.
comes to town, go over.
Definitely renewed interest, I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we got people actually.
You know, in the last 3-4 months there, it's ramping up,
Yeah,
which is fantastic, because there's a lot of new people in town.
yeah, had a couple people that, signed in or sent in their thing to be members and.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen an increase on the private Facebook group that we started in December.
Oh.
We're up to 355 members that have been vetted, that are
Oh,
authorized.
good.
That's
Pretty good.
That's pretty amazing.
Because I think somewhere we're around 550 membership in the neighborhood watch, at least at one time, that was the number.
Yeah,
Oh, you know,
I'm not sure if that's, I think some have moved out, that's what I think we gotta kind of confirm some of the people that are on the rolls, but.
yeah,
Most people either, they may have changed contact information, but they're still in town too.
yeah. Yeah, well, definitely, you definitely put the word out in the last Crier, and, you keep it up. Word's gonna get out and get some renewed interest, and you'll be able to update your list, and,
Yeah, I think all the new group leaders are pretty enthusiastic too, so that's gonna be helpful to me, I know for a fact.
yeah.
I know sometimes I get a little busy and I saw an email from Melissa and I was like, well, they're going up on this, somebody else already took care of it, so it's great.
Patrick, to give you a little history on the neighborhood watch, it was kind of like had fallen by the wayside. And about 10, 11 years ago, what had just happened, that when I became police commissioner, they were just at the time talking, the other commissioners were talking about getting going with the group, and we got some good people together, and before you know it, we had like a meeting at the school, and we signed up like 100 people, and it just blossomed since there. So it's about 10 years at least that we've been in it, so. All right, any other questions for the neighborhood watch folks? Before we move on, okay. All right, chief, okay, is that a public document, what
Yeah.
we discussed?
Yeah.
Okay. So the chief extended, we all signed, the police commissioners all signed a document, a contract with Ray Pelton here for an extension of 3 years on his contract. So, okay, so that's, congratulations.
See it for 2050.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, this police department's in a good place, so, and we got Paul, chief's in line here, maybe, if this chief doesn't boot him out.
Okay, so, anything else on the old business?
Yeah, I was gonna just fill you in on the budget stuff for 2020, which.
Oh, for 2020, yes,
Yep.
okay.
You guys should have a copy of it in there, so.
Good, everything,
We're gonna end up, obviously in really good shape. If you look at the last available balance, it says 29,000, but that doesn't factor in that encumbered 16 for the cruiser from the year before. They still have to take out a half of a payroll, but the way they, figure out the books at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But I'm figuring that 16 would cover that. You know what I'm saying? That'll be about a wash. So you're gonna end up at somewhere around 20 to 29,000.
Oh, because you got that extra money that was encumbered.
Encumbered for the.
Oh, okay, so that's gonna add to that,
So
but
we
the other
finished
one.
out pretty, in a really pretty good spot for the year.
Yep.
And I think we're in good shape. The town meeting was last Saturday, and that went excellent. There was no major changes made in any of the articles, and
Mhm.
I think we're in pretty good shape as, as the budget passes, and we'll be ready for this year from now.
Yep, and could be some more changes coming according to Concord there, and the legislation, they're looking at different,
Yeah, we've got some training notices from the academy that kind of work out some of that stuff, and some required training and
Yeah.
the different stuff that's going on.
yeah,
But probably be towards the end of the year by the time any of that stuff gets through.
yeah, okay. All right, so we have one evaluation. Dennis, since you're here, why don't you make the motions on that one?
Okay, we have an evaluation for Kevin Cashman. Based on his satisfactory evaluation, I would motion that we grant him his step increase from his current labor grade 12, step 15 to labor grade 12, step 16.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. Any other questions before the commission, before I entertain them, before I make a motion to adjourn? Okay? I'll make
I just got one thing to say, I think our next meeting is after the second Tuesday, right?
Right, we delayed it 1 week.
So I think this is my last meeting,
It is.
so I just wanna thank you
Thank you.
guys, I think things are running great, and thank Lil, Lil does a great job. We don't hear much from Lil, but you do a great job, Lil.
Only in budget time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a,
Used
she's
to
an
rile her
asset,
up.
she's an asset to this town, yeah, well, she needs it once in a while. So I just wanna thank everybody, you
right.
know, things were really good, and I
Thank
think
you.
we,
Thank you, Mickey.
I know it didn't start out very good, but I think, all in all, it's, we're in a
Finish
great-
strong.
We're in a great place. And I see Ray or Chip every Monday, well, not every Monday night, every other Monday night now, so.
All right.
So, I know what's going on.
All right.
Excellent,
Thank you.
Thanks for
Okay,
the
thank you.
service.
Thank you, Mickey.
It's been great.
All right, so I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn. It's a whopping late here at 7:15 PM.
Well, almost directed.
Okay?
Yes.
All set?
Yeah.
Second? Okay.
Second?
All righty, now we'll see you a week later.